All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Confessions of Spiffy Brumpkin. We have a great episode for you guys today, but first, I just want to address some changes that are going on with the Confessions of Spiffy Brumpkin organization. I want to apologize for the last podcast that we put out. In hindsight, I shouldn't have given McGillicuddy editing and posting powers. Unfortunately, the Sturgetown Murders episode has been lost. He recorded over most of it, so I apologize for that. Maybe we'll do another one in the future, but McGillicuddy, suffice to say, is no longer with the organization. Moving on, a lot of the feedback that I've gotten at spiffy.brumpkin@gmail.com has largely stemmed from the fact that we haven't really covered any kind of political topics on this show. And so you can imagine how excited I was when the Gunderson County Library's office reached out to me and asked if I would moderate the Librarian's debate ahead of the election for this year. Of course, I said yes, and I was able to borrow Denny's station wagon to make the drive up to Gunderson County, and I'm just so excited to share with you the debate. I am no political genius myself. My own political career came to an end after the fourth grade presidential elections at Lord Topham Hatt's School for Especially Plump Little Men. I'm not sure if any of you guys followed those elections. If you did, you'll know that my run came to a scandalous end after the scandal that would come to be known as still wears a diaper in fourth grade gate, which, by the way, I still hold that I was the victim of a vast and far-reaching conspiracy. However, the ensuing scandals of soiled diaper during talent show gate and, of course, who could forget, refuses to acknowledge the problem for days on end and walks around with a soiled diaper gate. For those, all I can really say is I apologize. But let's just get right into the Gunderson County Librarian debate. I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, welcome everyone tuning in, all the undecided voters, to the Gunderson County Librarians debate.
What was that sound you played?
That was just some applause. I wanted to just kind of, set the mood for this debate, really get the undecided voters in the right headspace.
But there's no one else up here.
I know, like I said, it was just sort of to give an air of official.
Yes, it was confusing for me as well.
Okay, we have our two candidates here. George Rockstuckle, the incumbent, looks to unseat Gloria Nicholson, who is defending her 20th term as the librarian of the Gunderson County Library. We're going to hear from them in a moment, but first, if I could just ask that we participate in a moment of silence for the third candidate, Clive Smith, who unfortunately dropped a bowling ball on his foot on a trip to the bowling alley, causing him to release some flatulence that I guess he was holding. And so, if you're familiar with Gunderson County law, he's now serving out his 90-day term at the Gunderson County Torture Chamber. If we could all just bow our heads and take a moment of silence.
Excuse me, there appears to be something frog in my throat.
Would you like a lozenge?
Oh, no, that's quite all right. Thank you, Mrs. Nicholson.
Oh, that's quite all right. I've got lots of lozenges that I've confiscated from the children.
Well, yes, if you insist, Miss Nicholson, I would love a lozenge.
Oh, yes, here you go. I also have a drawer full of switchblade knives and fireworks.
Well, you know how kids can be, Mrs. Nicholson.
Okay, let's try that again. We're supposed to have a moment of silence here. This is for Clive Smith, so let's just have a moment of silence, please.
Oh, yes, quite all right. Clive I wouldn't say he's a good man, but yes, a moment of silence.
Okay.
Oh, yes, he was quite a scoundrel.
All right, well, moment of silence starting now, okay?
Just unwrapping my lozenge. That's a good, it's a good lozenge.
I'm quite glad you like it. They're quite flavorful.
Okay, let's just get right into the debate. Our two candidates here have been campaigning, and they have a lot of issues that I know are very important to them. So, Mr. Rockstuckle, we will start with you. What would you say is the number one issue concerning the Gunderson County Library and its patrons today?
Sexy.
What?
I think the library should be more sexy. Right now, we have a library where you walk in and it smells like books. All right? What if you walked into the library and it smelled like stank? You know what I'm saying? What if just this damp, musky odor singed your nostrils when you walked in, like, oh, wow, what is going on in there? That is how we bring people into this library. How boring and, frankly, unsexy the library is right now is, it's, I hate to say it, it's spitting in the faces of our founding fathers.
And I knew Dewey.
What?
Oh, settle down, little baby boy. You sound very grumpy. You sound like you need a lozenge.
Okay, Mrs. Nicholson, we can hear from you in a second, but for right now, let's listen to Mr. Rockstuckle.
Well, what if when you sat in the chairs in the library, they're like damp, and you're like, what? And then they're like moist, and you're like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think I quite understand, but Mrs. Nicholson, your rebuttal.
I knew Dewey.
Okay, yes, yeah, you said that before. Do you want to explain, or?
Well, keep your shirt on, you snot-nosed infant. What I was saying was that I knew Dewey, of the Dewey Decimal System fame. Yes, we were fast friends in elementary school. We got on swimmingly, and he was truly one of my closest friends.
Okay, that's great, Mrs. Nicholson. Now,
We
my
and
next...
all the other children used to play a game. It was very fun. It was a hoot. It was called Dewey Stomp. And we would, he was a bookish little turd, and we would, stand around in a circle and take turns kicking him.
Okay, that sounds horrible, but my next question...
Like I said, it was a hoot, and
Okay.
perhaps when that smooth brain that's bouncing around in your skull develops, you will understand that. But no, me and Dewey got along swimmingly. We were good, close friends.
Okay, great. Now,
And, I
my
remember
next- oh.
he used to
Okay.
spend all his evenings in the local library organizing the books. And, of course, we would stand outside the library loudly laughing at him and jeering. Oh, it was truly the best of times.
Okay, my
And
next
then, of
question
course,
now...
that one fateful night when the bookshelf collapsed on him, we were all very sad. And so to honor him, I built this library on top of his grave.
Okay, all right, Mrs. Nicholson, thank you, but we really have to move on
And
to...
on Tuesdays, we do drawing here.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's great. Okay, our next question is for Mr. Rockstuckle. Mr. Rockstuckle, what do you say to the claims that you have been attending the library's sexual education classes on Wednesdays and loudly giggling from the back of the room and stomping your feet in excitement or delight?
Yes, and I expected a question like this, and I deny these allegations.
Okay, do you want to give some details, or?
Yes, of course. I was certainly not giggling. Those are the sounds I make when I'm excited to learn. I like to attend various classes at the library to expand my horizons because I believe that knowledge is one of the sexiest traits a person can have.
Okay, do you want to say more about that, or should we just move on?
The
Or
bigger the horizon, the sexier the person. That's something that my grandfather taught me, and he was a patriot.
Okay, our next question is for Mrs. Nicholson, and the question is,
Do you guys think I'm sexy?
no,
Do
that
you guys think I'm sexy? I think I'm perfectly sexy. Do you
Mr.
guys think I'm
Rockstuckle.
sexy?
Oh, you're like I would describe you as a handsome cretin.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Nicholson.
Like if a caveman was also a perv.
Okay, Mrs. Nicholson, the next question is for you, and the question is simply, how do you defend your use of death squads in the Gunderson County Library?
Well, that's a fine question, and perhaps once you've emptied your clearly full diaper, little baby boy,
Who
you'll
told you
come
about
up with
that?
a better one. But about these so-called death squads, it's important to remember that these are good people. We have Stephen, Gregory, Amy the Skull Crusher, and of course little Patrice. And the use of these, as you call them, death squads, have actually led to increasing some of the very key metrics that we judge our library success by. For example, did you know that library card acceptance was up 2% this past year? I bet you didn't. Similarly, family satisfaction was up a whopping 3% since this time last year. And finally, crying and broken bones are both up a record 478% since this time last year.
Okay, Mrs. Nicholson, I have to ask, where are you getting these figures? And more
We
important,
also offer a shoe tying class that I think you could greatly benefit from.
okay,
Because with those swollen sausages you call fingers, I doubt you could even grasp the lace of a
Mrs.
shoe.
Nicholson, your words are incredibly hurtful.
Well, Mr. Moderator, it takes a tough person to be a librarian. You have to enforce delinquent fees, maintain the quiet of the library by any means necessary. And if you're not willing to do those things, you might as well just spend your time walking around sniffing the patron's farts.
And I'll just say one of the things you listed I'm incredibly excited about doing if I am elected.
Okay, I think we've maybe gotten a little bit off track here. We have to remember that the purpose of this debate is to inform the undecided voters of Gunderson County before they make their decisions. So, with that in mind, I think it's time we should go to the phones. We have a series of phone calls lined up with actual live undecided voters so they can, get a chance to ask these candidates about the issues that matter to them.
Yes, that's all well and good, but who is going to be paying for these phone calls?
I'm sorry, Mr. Rockstuckle. What do you mean?
Well, I'm just saying that I've been burned in the past with some of these phone calls, charged by the minute, and I don't want it to happen again. A little tip for our listeners, if you're listening from home, if you have to make a steamy phone call, a good place to do it is from a public phone where they can't track your information for billing purposes. A good place is always a pay phone, but then of course you have to pay for the time on the phone. So you can usually find a phone in the hallway of a hospital or in holding when the police offer you one phone call. That's a very good time to do it.
Okay. All right. Thanks for that. I guess let's just go to the phones. Hey, caller number one. You're on the air. What do you have to ask for our
This is the
candidate?
library?
Yes.
Oh, good. Do you know what I have in my hand right now? I'm holding a copy of Pride and Prejudice that I checked down from the Gunderson County Library in 2004, and I'm never returning it. I've racked up over $37 worth of library fees. When one of those letters comes in the mail, I throw it in the trash. I'm holding it in my hands right now. Oh, I'm turning the pages. Oops, I slipped. Now there's a little tear in one of them.
Okay. Do you have a question for the candidates, or are you
Yeah, I have a
just...
question. Do you know where I keep the book in my house? I keep it in my bathroom. I keep it right on top of my toilet, so it just absorbs everything that happens in there. And I'm gonna bring this book with me into the grave. I'm gonna look up from hell during my funeral, and they're gonna be lowering my carcass into the ground. And everyone at the funeral is gonna be saying, "Ooh, what a stinky corpse that is." And it's gonna be your book. And by that point, I'll probably have racked up over $42 in delinquent charges.
Now say what you will, but there was something extremely likable about that fellow.
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Rockstuckle, I'm going to have to disagree with you. Men like this are the reason that we need the death squads in the library, and they're also the reason why, if I am elected, when I am elected, I will bring back the public executions that we had to discontinue years ago thanks to the janitorial problems they caused.
Yes, but Mrs. Nicholson, something that I think you've probably failed to consider is just how much that book probably stanks by now. I mean, that is what I am trying to bring to the library.
Okay, this is good. I think we're hearing about some of the issues. We're hearing from the undecided voters. I think this is going pretty well. Let's keep the the ball rolling. Let's hear the next caller.
Yes, hello. Have I got the library on the line here?
Yep, that's right, Gunderson County.
Oh, splendid, splendid, splendid. Yes, I have a question about accessibility at the library.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's a great issue.
I
What's your
implore the
question?
library to make muskets more readily accessible to its patrons.
What?
Well, let's hear him out.
Over the past few fortnights, I've become increasingly wary about the possibility of an uprising. And I do believe a statute in the library's own code of conduct mandates the readiment of various small arms for uses both benign and nefarious.
That I don't know for a fact, but that seems
I
like it's
demand it! I demand it immediately!
I don't know if we
Look
can.
here, good fellows, I'm not being unreasonable. I'm not requesting that the library provides me with musket balls or musket powder or ranks of undying supporters. I've got heaps of those at the cottage already. What I am demanding, nay, requesting, nay, demanding, is a small armory of muskets made of the finest Damascus steel and engraved with any number of the great victories of the British Empire. Well, I think he has a few good points.
Mrs. Nicholson, you can't be serious. If we fill our little closets in the library with muskets, where are we going to keep all the kinky stuff? I got a van full of kinky stuff right outside. Because I'm a kinky guy.
Okay, I appreciate the enthusiasm from both.
Spiffy, you never said if you thought I was sexy.
Okay, let's go to the next caller.
Mrs. Nicholson, it's me, Percy. Oh, Jesus, take me now.
Mrs. Nicholson, do you know this caller?
He's just a local boy that I hired to do some chores around the house. You can hang up now. Mrs. Nicholson, I watered your plants just like you asked me to. I was calling to ask if I could use your bathroom. Yes, Percy, you can use my bathroom. And like I told you before, you don't have to call me every time you have to go. And when you're finished, please dust my
I'd just like to
drapes.
hear your voice, Mrs. Nicholson. You know, you've really become like a mother to me ever since my parents were, well, ever since they got by that masked swordsman. I've just loved spending time with you. It's great to do your housework and to really feel like I'm serving a purpose. I felt lost for a while, but now I really am starting to feel like I'm coming into my own.
What does this button
and-
do?
Mrs. Nicholson, I'm going to have to ask you to not touch any of the buttons when we're recording this podcast. You can't just hang up on
Oh,
on
I
a
do
caller.
apologize. I just cannot stand that little twerp.
If you ask me, all that boy needs is a mentor. You know, when I was his age, I was in the Boy Scouts, and we learned how to tie knots, things like that. And years later, tying knots would come in mighty handy if you catch my drift. Booyah.
Mr. Rockstuckle, I'm going to have to ask you to stop being such a creep.
What, I like to be tied up, and as far as I'm concerned, that's boo chicka ya, 1 point for Georgie.
Okay, let's just go to our next caller. Caller, you're on the line.
Well, hi, y'all. It's me, Linda Crestwater. I'm a mother of 4, and I've been a patron of this library for over a decade now. And my question is concerning some of the books y'all got there.
All right, what's your concern?
Well, my youngest, Jeffrey, spends an awful lot of time down at the library, and he always comes home with a big stack of books. And I'm a little bit concerned because recently he's been using some of the books he checks out to try and summon Satan.
Okay, got it. So you're concerned about the content of some of these books. You don't want your son to be exposed to this kind of stuff. Is that right?
Well, not exactly. You see, I'm a Christian myself, but I try to be awful supportive of my children. And Jeffrey's been spending a lot of time in his room. I can hear him saying the incantations from downstairs. He's trying awful hard at it, but so far he's only been able to summon some of the minor demons, not necessarily the Dark Lord himself. So I'm worried that some of the books y'all got there are outdated or just plain faulty.
So let me get this straight. You're concerned that your son hasn't been able to summon Satan based on these books. Is that right?
Well, I just want what every mother wants for her son. For them to meet the Prince of Darkness, you know, Lucifer, the fallen angel himself, and to feel his awesome and dark power. But all we've gotten so far are these cut-rate demons. You know, we actually have one in the house. I'd love to put him on the line so you could see just what we're dealing with here.
No, that won't be necessary for the
Larry.
debate.
Larry, come on, get on this phone right now. No, right now. You covered our house in chicken blood. This is the least you could do. Hi, it's me, Larry the Demon here. Happy to talk to you. Linda wants me to ask about some books or something, but what I really want to talk to you guys about is that Linda is making enchiladas tonight. They're the best in town, and you all have to come. I won't take no for an answer.
Oh, Larry, you know I didn't make enough.
Well, that's just what I do. I am a demon after all. Oh, alright, I'll see you guys around town. If you see me, say hi. I don't bite. Unless, of course, you ask nicely. Now you see what we've been dealing with, and we really need to get this issue fixed sooner. I don't know how much longer I can put up with this. Thank you for your time. I would just like to point out to that caller that if the satanic books have not been sufficient in actually summoning Satan, we have a large collection of satanic and cursed DVDs as well. In fact, some of them, when I played them, someone actually crawled out of the TV, and many of those people are now productive members of our death squads.
Yes, and I would just like to add that I also have a very extensive collection of DVDs, all of which would become part of the library collection if I were to be elected to this esteemed office. Some of which I lent to my very good friend and colleague, really one of my mentors, Jimmy the Crankster. However, if I am elected, I will get those back from him. We have a written agreement that they will come back in perfect condition. So if you could just enter that into the record right now.
There's no record. This is just a debate.
Okay, well, if you could just do me a favor and write that down, because I'll admit I was bluffing about having a written agreement, and I'm starting to get a little concerned because Jimmy the Crankster has gone radio silent. So if you could please just write that down and make sure to have it notarized.
No, I'm not going to do that. All right, let's hear from our next caller.
Mrs. Nicholson, I just finished up in the bathroom, and I did a really good job. Are you proud of me? Oh, for heaven's sake. Percy, have you dusted my drapes yet? Mrs. Nicholson, I was kind of busy in there, and it was an uphill battle, and I did a really good job, so can you just please say that you're proud of me? Yes, fine, Percy, I'm very proud of you. Now, will you please dust my drapes, and when you're finished with that, please polish my bear traps again. Okay, Mrs. Nicholson, but if it bites me, you owe me an ice cream. Bye-bye now.
That boy seems like a hardworking American. Do you think that I could take him with me for backup when I go to get my tapes back from Jerry the Crankster?
Didn't you say they were DVDs?
Some DVDs, I said. A lot of them are tapes. I like to invest in physical media. Is that a problem? And when are we getting chowder?
What? Is that some kind of weird euphemism?
No, you have a debate and then you eat chowder. It's kind of one of the main reasons I'm running for this position.
Yes, I was also wondering about the chowder.
No, I don't actually think that this is a thing.
Well, we've done it before.
All right, let's just move on. Our next question actually comes to us in the form of a letter, so I'll just go ahead and read this. Dear Gunderson County Library, the chairs of the library aren't nearly sticky enough. I'm doing my part to remedy the situation, but I would appreciate any help from the community. Sincerely, the sexual genius. Now, Mr. Rockstuckle, I just have to ask, did you write this letter?
Now, what a preposterous and frankly hurtful allegation.
So, did you write it?
No, of course I didn't.
Okay, well, this letter is written on your personal stationery with your name at the top. It also came in an envelope with a return address in your name. It also appears that there's a bunch of hair at the bottom of this envelope that I bet if we had it tested would come back as your hair.
I think you'll find that that's possum hair. Thank you very much.
The sexual genius. You're that fellow asking us to remove the stall doors in the bathroom, aren't you?
Well, those letters were actually due to a safety concern, you see. I had a dream that I was locked in one of those bathrooms with Benjamin Franklin, and he lashed out in a claustrophobic rage. I woke up in a cold sweat.
That's much less of an explicit dream than I thought you were going to say, I guess.
Well, sure, but now every time I see $100 bill, I get a little frisky.
Me as well, but
That's simply because I stay ballin' and chasing that paper. All right, it looks like we have another caller, so let's just go to that now. Hey, how you doing? I got a chowder delivery here. No, we didn't order any chowder. Well, what the hell am I supposed to do with all this hot chowder? I got a truck full of hot chowder. What the hell am I supposed to do with it? Actually, I did order some hot chowder because our host had been so neglectful of his responsibilities. Guy sounds like a frickin' baby. All right, just relax. That's fine. We can have chowder. All right, somebody's got to come down and pick up this hot chowder. Well, I ordered the chowder, so I think it's only fair that one of you goes and picks it up. Well, I'm hosting the debate, so I can't go. And I can't stand up right now because I have an erection. Well, somebody's got to pick up this chowder, and somebody's got to pay for it. I got nearly 2 tons of hot chowder in the back of my truck. Mrs. Nicholson, you didn't pay for the chowder? No, this is a library, not a bank.
Well, don't look at me. Currently, all my money is tied up in a little project I've been working on with Jimmy the Crankster.
Oh yeah, what's this project?
It's a petting zoo where you can have sex with the animals.
Wow, you are a sick man. So who's gonna pay for this chowder? Listen, I know it's a little unorthodox, but would you consider just doing an advertisement on our show as payment? I'll do an ad, but if I do an ad, all you get to do is sniff the chowder.
Do it. For the love of God, do it.
All right, that's fine. You can say your ad now. All right, geez, I wish I prepared something a little better for this. All right, well, yeah, come on down to Jerry's Chowder. We got all kinds of chowders. We got clam chowder. We got corn chowder. There's nothing weird in the chowder, okay? So just don't even ask about that. Don't even think about it. And if there was, you wouldn't even be able to taste it because of how good the chowder is. So, yeah, come on down. Bring your families. If you ask about anything weird in the chowder, there's going to be some problems for you. It's not going to go well for you, so don't even do it. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the chowder. We got it. Come on down. It's great. There's something weird in the chowder? What the hell did I just say? There's nothing weird in the chowder. Well, I wouldn't have thought there was anything weird in the chowder, but you brought it up apropos of nothing. Look, listen, I don't have time for this. Either you guys come down and sniff the chowder or not, because I'm leaving soon. No, we're not going to be doing that. Oh, good heavens, I should think not anymore.
I'll be done in just 1 second.
All right, well, let's just get on with the next call, I think.
Anything you say. Hello, is George there?
No, he actually stepped out for a second, but we can take a message for him.
Oh, pity, pity, pity. Who do I have on the line now?
It's Spiffy, Brumpkin, and I'm here with Gloria Nicholson.
Toodaloo.
We're just doing the Librarian's debate, so if you could ask your question.
Oh, big man at the bibliothèque. Well, I wouldn't want to keep you too long with your very important debate. Just tell George I've got a couple of cassette tapes and film reels here that I think he desperately wants to bring back into the fold of his collection.
Wait, is this Jimmy the... What the hell was this guy's name?
Jimmy the Crankster? That's right. Oh, you've heard all about me down there at the Librarian. Well, did you know I could do this? I just did a backflip in my kitchen.
Okay, there's no way we can verify that. You're on the phone.
Well, can any of these other so-called candidates do a backflip? Maybe I should be the librarian.
Okay, there's still time to register. Just submit your name for the background check. And it looks like he hung up.
Oh, that must be George.
Mrs. Nicholson!
Oh, good heavens, he followed me. Quick, Spiffy, hand me a grenade.
I don't have a grenade.
Oh, pish posh, I stashed them around the library. There's one under the table.
Mrs. Nicholson, I got caught in the bear trap.
Oh my god, are you okay? Do you need help or anything?
Oh, he's fine. He's probably making it up for attention. No, I really did. Here, I brought it with me. Look. Whoops, I tripped there. For the love of God, Percy, what have I told you about interrupting me while I'm working? You owe me an ice cream, Mrs. Nicholson.
Oh my god, Percy, what are you covered in?
Well, maybe I didn't have such a successful trip to the bathroom, but you can't blame me for lying. I just wanted to make Mrs. Nicholson proud of me.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm back from the chowder.
Okay, should we finish the debate?
Oh, why is there a child there?
I'm Mrs. Nicholson's best friend. No, he's just a little twerp.
Well, young man, let me tell you, I was once a twerp myself. Sorry, just there's some chowder still on my hands. But through a lot of hard work and dedication, you too can one day grow up to be a sexy.
Okay, okay, we've gotten off topic. Does anyone have any closing remarks?
Yeah, I do.
Not you, Percy.
Please.
Okay, fine. Mrs. Nicholson, I'm starting to see what you mean about this kid.
He really is the worst.
Well, I just wanted to say that I think that if we all come together and we love each other, we can make the library a much better place. So, can we all just agree to do that?
Son, it gives me no pleasure to tell you that you will never be sexy. Should we wrap this thing up? That chowder was quite good. I think they might be putting something weird in it, and I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Mrs. Nicholson, do you have anything else?
No,
to say?
I just say to keep reading and to remember, of course, that resistance is futile. Have a good night.
Okay. All right. Thanks everyone for the debate. And this is let's get packed up and get out of here.
Here, I'll get the door for you.
Oh, why thank you.
After you.
Percy, are you coming?
Yeah, I guess just one more second. All alone again. It looks like I am all alone again. I'm all alone and I
Hey,
don't...
let's go.
Everyone listening, I just want to say that...
Nope. The podcast is over. Bye.